Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're bringing you news from KwaZulu-Natal, where law enforcement authorities have successfully arrested a group of extortionists who were targeting students and foreign-owned businesses. This development has been welcomed by the local community, who have been living in fear as these criminals demanded money from small businesses and vulnerable students. Make sure you watch until the end so you can see the sources and try to verify the news for yourself. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with news that affects our communities. According to reports, the suspects were part of a network that had been operating in several towns across KZN, extorting cash from students and business owners under threat of violence. Many of the targeted businesses were run by foreign nationals, who often feel isolated and vulnerable in these situations. The extortionists would reportedly approach shop owners and students, demanding payments to ensure their safety or to avoid damage to their property. Authorities confirmed that the arrests followed an extensive investigation. Police worked closely with community members who had been affected by the extortion, gathering intelligence and tracking down the suspects. During coordinated raids, the suspects were apprehended, and evidence such as cash, records of payments, and communication devices used to threaten victims was confiscated. The arrests mark a significant step toward curbing criminal activity that has been causing widespread anxiety. Local business owners expressed relief at the news. Many have been struggling to keep their shops open while living under constant threat. Small businesses, particularly those run by foreign nationals, often operate on thin margins, and the added pressure of paying extortion money can be devastating. Students, too, were reportedly intimidated, with some being forced to hand over their savings or face threats. The arrests have been seen as a reassurance that law enforcement is taking their concerns seriously. This case highlights broader issues around crime in South Africa, especially in areas where vulnerable populations are present. Extortion, like other forms of criminal activity, often targets those who are perceived as less able to defend themselves. By focusing on students and foreign-owned businesses, these criminals were exploiting fear and uncertainty for financial gain. Authorities stressed that community cooperation is key in tackling these issues, as tips from residents were instrumental in the arrests. Legal experts say that those arrested could face multiple charges, including extortion, intimidation, and possibly fraud depending on the evidence collected. If convicted, the individuals could face significant jail time, sending a strong message that crime against students and business owners will not be tolerated. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are continuing to trace any other individuals who may have been involved in similar criminal activity across the province. Community leaders and organizations have urged other residents to remain vigilant. They encourage people to report suspicious activity and to not give in to threats, while also stressing the importance of personal safety. Workshops and awareness campaigns have been suggested to educate vulnerable groups on how to protect themselves and their businesses from similar threats in the future. And to add a little lightness in what is otherwise a serious story, one student joked that maybe extortionists should start a GoFundMe instead of shaking people down, and a business owner said he'd gladly sell cupcakes to pay them legally if only they had asked nicely. Sometimes humor is the only way to deal with the stress these situations cause. The arrests in KZN show that law enforcement is taking concrete steps to protect residents and uphold the law. It's a reminder that even in the face of crime, communities and authorities can work together to make neighborhoods safer. If you found this video informative, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Your support helps us bring you accurate, timely news about South Africa and the issues that impact our lives. All images used are for illustration purposes only. Sources: News 24, Times Live, IOL, Eyewitness News.